Welcome to another episode of Whiskey with Ronin. Today I am making some chocolate chip cookies, and so the first step is to preheat the oven to 375. And if you're a kid, make sure that you have parental supervision because you have a hot oven and electric things, and you might need help. So the first step is to add flour, baking soda, and salt into small bowl. So we have our flour, our baking soda, and our salt. Tablespoon is big, teaspoon is small. Like think of it like a table is big and like a golf tee is small. We'll add a teaspoon, a teaspoon of this. A small bowl right here.
Scoop it into the trash.
There we go. There's that in. So we don't need this anymore. Just put that aside. The next thing is the flour. So the flour, we need 2 1/4 cups. Measuring cup right here. So we need 2 1/4 gluten-free baking flour. So you should use some kind of decent flour. Okay, so got 1/4 cup right there. Dump that in. Make sure to take it too slow, or kind of slow, because if you dump it in all at once, then all of it will just it'll all go like explosion in your face. But just a big powdery explosion. We gotta add salt. We need a teaspoon of salt. Where did my teaspoon go? My teaspoon is right here.
Don't.
That much salt. It's perfect. Just make sure that it's fully blended. Next thing, big bowl. So we need 2 sticks of butter. There we go. All coming out. Make sure it is softened, because if it's hard, then it just won't. Like it says on here, it says to make sure that it's creamy. If it's hard, then you'll just have like big chunks of. Even if you disperse it, then it'll just have big chunks of stuff. Rolling. So we need our sugar. We need 3/4 cup. So we'll just use this. Okay, there we go. Whee! Brown sugar. So let's get our brown sugar out. White brown sugar. We needed 3/4 cup. So take this, but make sure it's packed. Like once you put it in here, take a spoon and just pack it in, because that's what you're supposed to do. It's 3/4. Vanilla extract. This stuff right here. It can be any kind of vanilla extract. I just chose this one. So we need 1 teaspoon. So we've got our teaspoon right here. Yeah, fill it up all the way. Make sure to do it over the bowl so that if you spill any, it's not on your cooking area or any of your other foods or your ingredients, stuff like that. It says to make it till it's creamy. So I'm not done, but make sure that you keep the beater things. Make sure you keep those in there, because if you run it, I'm not going to do it, but if you run it, then it'll just shoot everywhere. It won't be that nice. You'll have to clean it up, probably not your parents. They'll do it just like that. Take a spatula and scrape the sides. a spatula.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna scrape the sides. Okay, so we gotta add the eggs slowly, like one at a time. So you gotta add it, and then you have to mix it until it's pretty good, till like you can't really see the egg anymore. And then and once that's done, then you better then add the other egg in. I wash my hands. This will make it like really liquidy, so you don't want to raise your blender out. Yeah, it helps if you turn the bowl. Yep, use the spatula now to spatula over here. So use this to scrape the sides. And then if it looks a little too chunky, don't think that you would need to use that anymore, so you can just mix it with this if you want. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'd rather just mix it with this. That look creamy, guys? Gradually beat in flour mixture. So this flour mixture that we made earlier, we're gonna mix this in so that it'll be more fluffy. And like I said earlier, don't dump it all in, because it'll just all the powdery stuff will just blow up in your face. So gradually add that in. So add a little bit, then mix it, then add a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna add the rest of this flour mixture in here. This look like dough so far? Just gotta add a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna scrape this with our spatula and the rest of this into here. Yeah, scrape the sides of the bowl also. Here we go, starting to get... Next step is to add these morsels. They're pretty good morsels. I like them. Sometimes I just eat them plain because I just love chocolate and they're good. And they're awesome. So go get yourself some of these to eat or make chocolate chip cookies. So I gotta add these in. I'm gonna cut this. Don't cut it too big. I mean, you will need to reuse it. Or I mean, you won't need to reuse it. So, but just
Make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now I gotta mix this in. So what I'm gonna do with the beaters is I am going to take them off. Here we go. I'm giving one to my mom so that we can lick the stuff off them. Okay, so the next step is to take 2 tablespoons, this big, big, and so take a big hump, so like this big, then sort of mash it into a ball shape. There, I guess that's a ball. Yeah, it'll be a daddy cookie. Want to have some room between your cookies so that they're not just less than an inch away, because then they'll bake all together and then it'll just be one big plate of cookies. Yeah, so I realized that the dough is a little too dry because we use some gluten-free flour. We use gluten-free, so it's just a little dry. So if you can resist using gluten-free flour, then I would. The cookies will still taste good, but it'll just make it look dry. Gluten-free flour has a different consistency than regular flour. So what I'd say would do is do 3 down and like 4 across. So then that makes 1 dozen cookies. It's a big cookie. So now I have 12 cookies ready to go in the oven. So it's hot. So if you're like a kid like me, then I suggest you using like a towel, but I'm not going to because I'm just not going to. I have experience. So on the instructions it says 9 to 10 minutes or 9 to 11 minutes. So I'm just gonna put it in there for 10 minutes. There we go. And then now I'm gonna make some more. They're done. Let's go. Ooh, they're looking good. Okay, so we're gonna put them up here. Don't put them on your counter because it'll burn it. It'll burn like the top. I don't know anything about counters, but it'll burn like the top like finish off of it. So don't do that. Like set it on something metal or like your oven. So now we are going to let them cool for a minute, and then we have our cooling rack right here. That we're gonna let them cool for 2 minutes ish, and then we're gonna take a spatula and scrape them off and put them on the cooling rack. The cookies are done, and dang, they smell good. I know you guys can't smell through the camera, but really good. So I'm just gonna take all these off. Ooh, 2-in-1. 2-in-1 package. Just keep doing this, and then on our cooling rack, they will cool for a little bit. You want to keep them kind of close, so like if you're making a bunch of cookies like I am, then it will like you'll have enough room for more cookies, like more than just 12 cookies on one. That's why I used it, because if I just put it on the pan, they'd probably stick a lot more, in which they would be like really, really hard to get off. So that's why I use foil. Thank you for watching Whisk It with Ronin. I will see you next time on my next video. The link to this recipe will be in the description below. Subscribe and like too, and ring that bell. Ding, ding, ding.